Hello guys, Super Mazaku here, the best Naruto list maker on this YouTube community, giving you guys the top 8, yes top 8 in all of the Rinnegan different variation of forms. List from weakest to strongest. Number 8, the Rinnegan, the original Rinnegan, well not really original Rinnegan, but the original Kekkei Genkai version of the Rinnegan with the Devil Path, Ashura Path, Human Path, Animal Path, Predator Path, and the Rocket Path. The 6 paths of pain, able to also grant the user all keys, all awakenings to the elements of 5 great nature elements: lightning, water, earth, fire, and wind. And also can contain some kind of power over the tail beast with just the user alone, and it's resistant to the infinite Tsukiyomi. These are just the basic antics, which are very not basic at all compared to everything else in Naruto, especially the dojutsu of the actual Rinnegan. Any other Rinnegan above this would have these antics or whatever else speciality that they have in itself. But the Rinnegan is not to be played with. So let's get to number 7. We have Momoshiki's first form Rinnegan, his red Rinnegan. As I said before, with the Rinnegan, you're already granted the abilities of 5 nature transformations, all of the paths. So this has everything the original Rinnegan has, except for the fact that it can absorb jutsu even at the caliber of tail beast level. Sorry you guys hear these stupid ass dogs in the background barking. Fuck them. But it also, this Rinnegan grants you the ability to absorb any nature transformation and, basically reflect it at even the same strength or even higher, depending on really who has the Rinnegan. But, considering the fact he's not Sasuke, you got to be a high-level individual to even carry this amount of chakra, even at the palm of his hand, which the Rinnegan lay. And he even one-shot a Killer Bee with this Rinnegan, not using any of the past chakra natures. He just simply absorbed an attack, a tail beast bomb at full power, and fired it back with relative ease. So that's why that is at number 7. Now at number 6, I do not like this Rinnegan, but it's also Rinnegan by Momoshiki in the manga. And it's his second form Rinnegan when he absorbs his father Kenshiki, and it's a gold crested Rinnegan. I just call it the gold Rinnegan, the golden Rinnegan, whatever you guys want to call it. To me, it's complete utter trash. But it's just, it's a form up the red Rinnegan, which is stronger than the regular Rinnegan. So you kind of, by default had to put it here. To me, it's trash because Momoshiki himself as a character didn't really utilize it to his fullest abilities before being once again murked by a child. So yeah, it's not much to say about this. He has the ability to absorb shit, and I think he did the shadow projection jutsu on a much grander scale with this Rinnegan, which is weird. I guess he absorbed it. I didn't know he can absorb, but it is a jutsu. It's just a hidden jutsu. It's not a kekkei genkai. So he was able to do that with it, but he got killed right after that. So that just stays there. I really don't care about it. So yeah. Now number 5. Number 5, we have Sasuke's Rinnegan. Sasuke's Rinnegan. It is not a Rinne Sharingan, people. It is not a Rinne Sharingan. It is a freaking Rinnegan, stated by Madara and Hagoromo himself. Now, Sasuke's Rinnegan is the best special. Of course, we know he has, the same abilities to, as a regular Rinnegan and 6 paths. But I think that his stuff is a lot more on but a fair amount of grander scale than what the regular Rinnegan can have. For instance, he put every single tailed beast under a high level genjutsu with just a glance. Sorry for stuttering there. This dog in the background is really distracting me. It's not even my dog. I hate this shit. But yeah, the way he basically manhandled the tailed beast, and this was Sasuke first, achieved the Rinnegan. So this is his Rinnegan, not even at full power. So I'm really going off of the Boruto series Rinnegan, where Sasuke is able to utilizes a teleportation swap jutsu at perfection, and he's able to open a dimension, Kaguya's dimension, with this Rinnegan. So at this Rinnegan at its peak, it's definitely nothing to be messed with. It may be still a kekkei genkai, but it's definitely the highest level kekkei genkai in all of Naruto history. So that's why that holds that spot there. And number 4 is why I said number 5 was the strongest kekkei genkai, because number 4 isn't even the kekkei genkai at all. And we have Hagoromo's Rinnegan, and you guys probably be saying, wait, that's a regular Rinnegan. No, regular Rinnegan's one Madara had, Nagato, Obito, or even Sasuke's. That's a little bit more special. But it is stated that freaking Hagoromo's Rinnegan is so powerful and original, by the way. It is not a kekkei genkai. It is not a kekkei tota. It is a kekkei mora on a completely different scale of a regular Rinnegan. Take as much as Endor and Ashua's DNA inside of yourself if you want to create your Rinnegan. But Hagoromo's Rinnegan, it is the pinnacle, the Rinnegan. It isn't even the same Rinnegan. It isn't even classified in the same class. It is a kekkei mora. This is like the Makakyo Rinnegan of Makakyo. But yeah, basically this is like the Rinnegan of Rinnegans, because you know Sharingan, Makakyo, Sharingan, then Rinnegan. This is like the Rinnegan of Rinnegan of Rinnegan. This is the kekkei mora, with the ability to summon each and every freaking Kage with relative ease, opening Kaguya's dimension and closing it and sealing it as well, and with the ability to use at least half the power, maybe not full, but the 6 paths Chibaku Tensei. Anything involving this is 6 paths. So yeah, Hagoromo's Rinnegan is definitely nothing to be played with. It's not even classified as the regular kekkei genkai. When they was talking about the 3 great dojutsu, they were not talking about his Rinnegan. They were talking about Madara's. Because the Rinnegan, I mean, his Rinnegan is not classified as the same. You know, the creation of all things is just a completely different scale. It's not a kekkei genkai, guys. It's not a kekkei genkai. So it can't be classified with kekkei genkais. But it's classified with kekkei moras. Only thing that can match that would be Kaguya's Byakugan, which is also kekkei mora. So hers is on a completely different scale. I mean, hence you compare hers to Neji's, not really a comparison at all, not in the same class. So Hagoromo's Rinnegan, the kekkei mora Rinnegan, is at that number. So now number 3, oh man. Of course, another kekkei mora, but it's an incomplete kekkei mora, which we have the Rinne Sharingan version 1. The incomplete tail beast eye, when it was first summoned, you know, not all of its chakra, not all the tail beasts are embedded into it. So it only was able to bear 6 tomoe with the Rinne Sharingan. So it was unable to, you know, activate the infinite Tsukuyomi at will because, you know, it could not. So that's basically it. So number 2, we have the actual Rinne Sharingan. I'm calling it the version 2 Rinne Sharingan. As you guys still don't know yet, but you'll find out what number 1 version 2 Rinne Sharingan ability to do infinite Tsukuyomi in World of Trees. I don't need to go any further than that. It has all the abilities of any other Rinnegan I said on here, but on a much greater scale because it is a kekkei mora, and it can you know, put the entire planet under a genjutsu. And you know, that's that. There's no need to explain or elaborate more than I already have. It's over after that. You know, a World of Trees basically secures everybody on the planet, including animals and any living thing, into trees, wraps them up, and turns them into white jetsus in the process of infinite Tsukuyomi. So this is actually technically an eye that can produce planetary levels of damage. And number 1. Now, number 1 is going to be tricky for some of you, but it took a lot of research to get this down, which is the version 3 of the Rinne Sharingan, the original, the one and only, all-powerful with 12 tomoe. Now, if you guys don't know, if you guys seen the Naruto and Sasuke versus Kaguya fight, a lot of people assume that is Kaguya at her purest form, her rebel form. That's the form that is at its purest. It is not. Regardless of how much chakra Kaguya has or had, she still was not at complete full strength, simply because the fact that Naruto was still alive. And he still had half of Kurama's chakra inside of him. Now, you guys think I was just half of Kurama's chakra. You need to remember what half of Kurama's chakra did and what it can still do. Well, look what it did for Naruto. Look what it did to the village. Hidden in the leaves. Even after Minato shrunk it down to size, he stated that it's still way too much power to let loose, and he had to kill himself in the process or just sell both halves away. Half of Kurama's chakra is enough to deflect 6 other tail beasts bound with its own. Half of Kurama's chakra is enough to blow away several villages, probably at once. With this high-powered tail beast bomb, and we seen what its 4-powered tail beast bomb looked like as he fought Naruto and